As South Africa gears up to host the BRICS Summit next month, the ANC is set to host the BRICS Political Parties Forum colloquium in Sandton. The BRICS consists of the emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. A number of events are planned in the run-up to the main event that's happening in August. Khayelihle Khumalo is at this gathering of what we're going to be seeing culminate in September. Kaya, great to see you. Talk to us about the significance of today's gathering and who is represented there.
Well, very much so, Leanne. Quite a very important day here at the Sandton Convention Centre, as we know that August is going to be a very important time for South Africa, hosting BRICS Summit, of course. But in the main today, essentially you have the business community really having this particular gathering where you'll have the ambassadors, the business, the captains of the industry as well, and many other representatives as well coming here in Sandton, looking at so many just important issues globally. As you know that, Leanne, BRICS is a very important platform, just globally in terms of Global South, South Africa in particular, because you know that there has been quite a lot of reports in terms of uncertainty, in terms of the hosting of this particular summit in August, with, of course, the Russian Federation, President Vladimir Putin, of course, in light of that particular arrest warrant that was issued by the International Criminal Court. But there has been a definite confirmation from South Africa that the summit will certainly happen here in South Africa. But also, most importantly today, Leanne, this particular pre-gathering event happens as everyone is really talking about the geopolitical issues really that are affecting the world in light of that particular conflict in Ukraine, where also one of the BRICS members, Russia, is involved. And we do know that South Africa is really, in some quarters, especially in the Western world, has been blasted for its non-alignment stance on this particular conflict. But generally, to all intents and purposes, that has been a posture that has been appearing from all the BRICS members in terms of them not really saying that they support the war, but not really just coming out in terms of denouncing what is currently happening in Ukraine.
Also the issue where many other nations have expressed their interest in joining BRICS, and I can imagine this is going to be one of the other issues that is going to maybe not dominate conversations, but certainly come up. What are you hearing about this?
Well, that's right, Leanne, especially because quite a number of countries, they've shown interest, the likes of Ethiopia, Algeria, Saudi Arabia, and so many countries as well. And in fact, the International Relations and Cooperation Minister, Naledi Pandor, puts the number somewhere about 20 countries have shown an interest. And something also that is going to dominate today, Leanne, is the issue of making sure that BRICS works for the African continent, especially because quite a number of economies are facing challenges in terms of the macroeconomic policies, and quite a number of countries really facing the debt issues. And really with the BRICS Bank, the new development bank, presenting itself as an alternative to your Bretton Woods institutions, the likes of International Monetary Fund and World Bank. So this is also going to be a very important opportunity just ahead of the political parties forum, mainly from the BRICS countries who will be meeting next week here in South Africa. Also just amplifying the very all-important issues in terms of them just collaborating together and looking at ways of boosting trade amongst the BRICS countries. And also something also that has been emphasized by South Africa is that they want to make sure that this BRICS summit works for the African continent. So hence the particular theme is about BRICS really just working for Africa, but also looking at the sustainable development goals and also looking at the multilateral system, some of the very key institutions globally, especially because something that has always been a mantra for the BRICS countries is supporting multilateralism that has been under fire for some time.
Let's leave it there for now, and I know that we'll be getting a lot more from you as the day progresses. Thanks very much, Khayelihle Khumalo out in Sandton, a pre-gathering of many of the BRICS political parties that have come together ahead of the BRICS Summit that'll be taking place in South Africa in August.